Thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe down below.
Hi kids, it's Pimmy. I hope you're ready to color today because I know I am. And for me, I'm gonna color some Disney princesses. What are you gonna color? Do you have your paper ready? Because we only color on paper. And are you gonna color with some crayons? Maybe some markers? Maybe you use colored pencils like me. Or you like to use chalk. You can use whatever one you like. And you can color whatever pictures you want to color too. Let's get started. It looks like today we have Snow White who's singing to all the little animals in the forest. And it says down here, choose your own destiny, which means you should choose what you want to do and you should pursue it and try to make it happen. I think what I'm going to start with coloring is using this light brown color, and I'm going to use it to color in our little deer. And this deer has these little spots on his back. And that's because this deer is a fawn. A fawn is the name of a baby deer. Just the little babies. And once they get bigger, they lose their spots. When they lose their spots, they're not fawns anymore. Then they're just deer. So I'm gonna color very careful, just inside my lines. And the back of his ear will be brown too. And I want to make this part of his legs the same color as his back. But this part and the inside of his ear and around his eye, I'm going to make the same color as I do his little spots. So I'm going to try to color just around all those spots and around Snow White's hand and her 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers so that I can just color in the parts that I want to color in on our little baby fawn. Have you ever seen a deer out in the wild? Maybe in the woods or the mountains? Maybe just out in a field that farmers work in to grow a bunch of vegetables. That's where I used to see deer all the time, was on farms. Also saw a whole lot of them in the mountains. But I think I saw more of them when they were in the farmlands than when they were in the mountains. But that might just be me. Now I think I'm gonna color in this squirrel right here. But not all brown. So I'm going to be very gentle with my colored pencil and just color him in very lightly. Being very gentle so that there's just a little bit of brown, but not much. But we're gonna make these little chipmunks brown. like that. And we gotta color in this one. So that's one squirrel, one fawn, and 1, 2, 3 chipmunks with one bunny and one bird. Snow White sure does have a lot of little animal friends. Do you have little animal friends? I think that's what we'll do with our light brown. But now I want a dark brown, like this one. So, actually this one's the wrong color. It just looked like a brown one, but this is the one that I wanted. I'm gonna use this one to go on the back of our fawn, around where the dots go. Because the dots on a fawn are usually white. So I'm gonna color that in like that. And we're gonna go around his little eye with this one. And I'm gonna color in his hoof with this one so that it's darker. And I'm gonna do this part on the back of our chipmunks and their little cute faces. And we'll make the tail on the bottom for our squirrel a dark brown. And we've got to get this little chipmunk's face and his tail on the back. And I'm gonna make their little paws on their feet in the back darker. So we can't forget this guy. And then I think we're gonna make the paws on the rabbit's foot brown, just like this. And then I'm gonna be real gentle with my pencil and color in the rest of the bunny rabbit too. Because I don't want him to have light brown, I want to make him dark brown. But I'm gonna add gray to him to give him more colors. And for our deer, let's make the inside of the fawn's ear this dark brown, and the inside of the legs, and then the neck, and the chest, and the little tummy. Just like that. What we've used so far is this one light brown, and then we added with our plus sign this one dark brown. That's 1, 2. So 1 plus 1 equals 2. And when we count 2's, we can count them there and there. So when we count, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. That way, we know we counted the 2 times and the 1's 1 time. And that gave us 2 brown colors. B R O W N. Brown. Now I think I'm gonna color the rest of this squirrel. And to do that, I'm gonna use this yellow color. I'm just gonna go very gentle, like I did when I used the brown, over our squirrel's whole body. Just a little bit of yellow to make him look a little lighter. But not much, just that little bit. And then, gonna color in Snow White's dress, because everything beneath her tummy, so on this part, should be yellow. But this on her cape is not yellow, so we're not gonna color that. And she's called Snow White because her skin is supposed to be as white as snow. So we don't want to color in her skin, the skin on her arms or her legs by accident. So we have to be very careful. Just try to stay inside of our lines. Are you using the trick to go around the edges on your picture, like I do sometimes? I'm not doing it this time, but a lot of times I do, because it makes it easier when you're coloring to stay inside your lines if you go around the edges first. But you can color it however you want. And I don't know what got on there that made this mess, but that's okay. We're just gonna keep on coloring. And that's our yellow. So that's hard to see on paper, so we're gonna grab a pencil. But it's one yellow color. Y-E-L-L-O-W. Yellow. Now I need a red one, because Snow White has a red bow in her hair. Do you put bows in your hair? Or do you know someone who puts bows in their hair? I knew some people who liked to put bows in their hair, but I never had any bows in my hair. There's also these little spots that look like drops of water that are on her dress that are red too. So I'm gonna get those colored in, and her red lips. Not her teeth though, because she brushes her teeth and keeps them so clean. And that is our one red color. R-E-D. And so far, we've got our 2 brown colors. Our 1 yellow color would make, let's use our normal pencil to do these. We'd have our 2 brown colors plus our 1 yellow color equals 1, 2, 3. That's 3 colors. And if we add in from our 3, we put that down here, and we add in our 1 red color. I'll even do it like this so we can see. I got the 1 from our red one equals 1, 2, 3, 4 colors. 4. So when we do our 3s, we count them 1, 2, 3. Just like 1, 2, so that we can get all of them. And on our 4, so we do 1, 2, 3 on our 3s. And on our 4s, we can count 1, 2, 3, 4 spots. Now I think I'm gonna use my gray one. But since these colored pencils don't have a gray one, I'm gonna use a silver one and just be very gentle, because I don't want to make my rabbit and my squirrel very shiny. I just want them to have a little bit of gray added in to their brown to make them look more like they do when I see them in the mountains. And sometimes when I'm in the mountains and I see squirrels, I see really special ones. Sometimes when I see squirrels in the mountains, they're not brown at all. Sometimes they're black. Did you know that you could find black squirrels? Have you ever seen one? Because I think those ones are pretty neat. I think that's the only spot that we actually need to use our silver in, though. So let's write that down. 1 silver color. Oopsies, I made a 4 and I said L. So I'm going to use my pencil so I can erase the mistake and fix it. L V E R. So it's SILVER, silver. And we'll move our 4, and sometimes people write their 4s like this. And then we'll add our 1 silver equals, and when we count our 4, we're going to count this one. 1, 2, 3, 4 spots. So we've got 4, 5 colors. We've used 5 colors now. And when I learned how to make sure I count my 5 right, I was shown to count here, 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 and there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we need a light blue color, like this one. And this is gonna be the sleeves on Snow White's dress. To cover her shoulders. And then we've got to get the one on her left arm. because since she's facing us just a little bit, if we turned our body to face the same way hers did, this would be her left arm. But when we look at it on the paper, it's on the right hand side of the paper, 'cause left and right. But if you turn to face the same direction she does, it's the other way around, where this is her left arm and this is her right arm. And now I'm just being very gentle, because Snow White's cape that also makes a hood, we usually call these a cloak. But for Snow White, it's almost transparent. That just means that it's clear, just like glass in a window. And since it's so thin, it shouldn't be a dark color. So I'm just being very gentle and trying to color it in as much as I can without making it as dark as I made her sleeves. Just like that. And now I'm gonna use a dark blue. Like, oh, that's not the one. I thought that was the one. This is my blue one. This one that I put away is an indigo color. And I don't need the indigo color this time. So we don't need that. But this part of her dress is a dark blue. And I think I just decided that I'm gonna make the little bird that's on her finger a blue jay, which means we're gonna color that in blue too. But remember, Snow White is supposed to be as white as snow. So we're going to leave her arm not colored in. And when we color in our blue jay, I'm gonna make his tummy and his face a dark blue. Not his eyes and not his beak. And the reason I know our blue jay's a boy is because we're making him so colored. Because boy birds get lots of colors so that they can get the girl bird's attention. And the girl birds don't have as many colors. So we know that that is a boy bird. So we used a one light blue with one dark blue, which is two blue colors, B, L, U, E, blue. And when we add our 2 plus our 5 we had before, we get 5, 6, 7 colors. 7 colors now. And after 5, I didn't get these tricks anymore. My teachers ran out of tricks to teach me how to make sure I count enough. So I had to start using other tricks. What color should I use next? I think we should color in her shoes. And her shoes should be an orange-yellow color. So it should be a light orange that's almost like a gold color. Like that. I think that was a good choice. I don't think she needs any more of that one. So we're gonna call that R1 orange color. O-R-A-N-G-E. And we're gonna add our 1 plus our 7. But we're gonna start at 7. So when we get all the way there, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 colors. Because when I have to use big numbers, I just like to use the big number first so that there's less to count to figure out how many more we need. And we should color in Snow White's eyes. Her eyes are brown. And the colored parts of our eyes are our irises. And then let's use a pink color to color in her inside of her cheek and her tongue. Just like that. And the bird's tongue. And that's all that we need the pink for. So that's 1 pink color. P-I-N-K. Pink. So we had 8 colors plus our 1 pink color is 8, 9 colors. Now we have 9. Then we need our black one to color in Snow White's hair. But I need to color in this part of her bow that I missed. Which is why I set my colored pencils over to the side and I put them all the way when I'm done. But we've got to color in her hair. That's dark, which is the opposite of her skin that's so light. And when in the story they say that her skin is as white as snow, they're exaggerating a little bit. What they mean is that she's just very pale. She doesn't have a tan at all. So we're going to have to pick a very light color when we color her in. There's her hair. And when I see little fawns, their nose and around their mouth is usually black. So I want to do that and the very tip of his tail, just like that. And on the rabbit, I want to give his nose a little bit of black very gently, just to make it a little bit darker. And that's one black color. B-L-A-C-K. So we had 9 colors, and we're adding in one more. That equals 9, 10. 10 colors. And that's a 1, 0. Because now we need 2 numbers to write down what number we're at. Now we're going to color in the white part of everyone's eyes, of Snow White's teeth, and we got to make sure we get all her friends' little white eyes colored in. And I'm going to do these little spots white, even though they're going to get another color, because I just need that color to be so light and soft. And when your fawns grow up and turn into deer, those little white spots go completely away and turn brown like the rest of them. And that's our one white color. W-H-I-T-E. White. We had 10 colors already, and we added one white one. So that equals 10, 11. And that means we write down 11. 1, 1. So we keep the one number to the left, and we make the one number to the right bigger by 1, because we start with no numbers, which is a 0, and then we start with 1. So we just make the second big number go up as we get higher. Now we need to color in her skin. We're going to use this very light one. And this one is called Light Peach, because it's a peach color, but it's a very light shade of peach. Just like the fruit. Do you eat peaches? I eat peaches. I think peaches are the best before they get really ripe. I like them when they're still kind of hard. When peaches are firm is when I like to eat them. But maybe you like to eat them when they're real soft, because then they're ripe and very juicy. And that's when most people like them. I don't know why I like to eat them when they're not like that. Maybe I'm just a silly goose. And that is all of Snow White colored in. And now we're going to add this to these little spots so that they've got a little more color in them. But not much. And that's such a light color, we're going to use our pencil again for one peach color. P-E-A-C-H. Peach. And we had 11 colors plus our one peach color equals 12. So remember, our first number stays the same, and then we make our second number bigger. That's 12 for 11, 12. And when our 2 would become a 9, our first number gets bigger, and our second number goes back to 0 and starts all over again. That's how you do it when you get all the way to 20. But we're not gonna get there. We're just gonna find our light green color, and we're gonna color in our background. Everything back here behind them all. And I'm not gonna color in the whole thing because I think it would be really neat for me to have fun with it instead. Like it says to choose your own destiny, I'm not going to confine myself to the boundaries of this paper. I'm gonna come up and I'm gonna make it do a loop like a circle that goes over her head, but it doesn't go to the top of the paper. I just want it to come up here. And then at the bottom, I don't want it to go all the way down either. I'm just gonna make it do this and come back up. Like she's in a green frame that's in a circle all the way around her. Just like this. Because you don't have to color in the whole thing. You can color it however you want every time. You can use whatever colors in whatever order on whatever parts. You could even decide that Snow White doesn't need to have black hair. Maybe you give her blue hair and green skin. You can color her however you want because it's your coloring, and you can use your imagination to make them all whatever colors you choose. I just chose to make her look like they did in the movie, as much as I could with the colors I have. And that is our one green color. Green. So we had 12 colors plus our one color equals 12, 13. 13 colors. Thirteen colors. COLORS. That was a whole lot of colors, but now we're all done. I hope you had as much fun coloring in Snow White and her animal friends as I did today. We used 13 colors and we made her look as much like in the movie as we could. But you can always color however you want to when you're doing your coloring. You can even go outside the lines and be all crazy with your colors if you want to. It's all up to you and what's in your imagination. You can do it however you want, as long as you're having fun. We also did a lot of counting, and we did a lot of adding our numbers together, which is us doing math. And we went over how you can count your numbers higher than 10 and write them down. Your first number stays the same until you get all the way to 9 with your second number at 19. So until next time, bye-bye!
Thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe down below.